The Playboy Club has reopened, but not as it was before. The first ever Playboy nightclub opened in Chicago in 1960, 7 years after the magazine's first issue, promising to be the #1 place for a young man to unwind, enjoy a cocktail, and meet like-minded men and beautiful women. The last Playboy Club was closed down in 1991, but last week it reopened in a new virtual format. But the online community that has replaced it resembles nothing of the original values on which Playboy was founded. Playboy has always had sexy photos of women, but it used to be about so much more than that. It was an intelligent bachelor's guide to life. The articles were written by top journalists and authors discussing important issues of the day. It recommended restaurants, upscale bars, taught a man how to dress and behave like a gentleman, inspiring a whole generation to level up. But all of that seems to be lost in this new online community. So in this video, we'll explore what the new Playboy Club looks like, what the brand used to represent, and the worrisome state of online communities for men. I have some thoughts about what Playboy could have done instead, but before I share those with you, we need to go back in time and see what Playboy used to be. I would not have known what Playboy used to be about if I had not once collected vintage issues of the magazine. According to the Columbia Journalism Review, Hugh Hefner printed more serious journalism and fiction than just about any other magazine publisher. It featured stories by Ian Fleming, P.G. Wodehouse, Roald Dahl, Kurt Vonnegut, Margaret Atwood, and Hunter S. Thompson. It took a progressive stance on many social issues, but was not afraid to give conservatives their voice either. Since the 1960s, its Playboy philosophy column discussed topics like gay rights, women's rights, censorship, and the First Amendment. The magazine also discussed style, telling men that the way they dressed was a key to their success in both their personal and professional life. And I'm sure you agree with that. When Playboy clubs began opening all over America, they served as a hotspot for entertainment, fine dining, and intimate conversation. Playboy was everything that an urban, heterosexual, sophisticated man would want. It gave men's lives a flavor of the unusual and extraordinary, with this unique blend of risque images, hard-hitting journalism, and rock-solid advice. Without Playboy, the idea of masculinity that emerged in the 1950s and 60s would have been very different, and so would both male and female understandings of what a man should be, even to this day. So I hope you understand that Playboy once stood for a lot more than bleach-haired bunnies and parties at the Beverly Hills mansion. Playboy cleverly launched its new website on the Leap Day, February 29th, which is the same date that the first ever Playboy Club opened in 1960. I saw an ad for this on Instagram, and as somebody who is fascinated by the history of this magazine, I was a little excited and very intrigued. I have to say the branding and design of this is very elegant, beautiful, and enticing. Your digital destination to interact with the world's most beautiful and interesting women. Okay, so this sounds a little bit like OnlyFans. Its membership price is $99, but you can join for free as a guest and take a look. So that's what I did. Funnily enough, the virtual membership card looks a little bit like the Amex Platinum. When you look at the benefits of membership here, they're mostly based on a promise of interaction with women, almost entirely virtually. Personally, I don't see anything here that is of constructive value to a young man. So I don't see how this is particularly different to OnlyFans, except with the branding and the variety of models. And given that Playboy is one of the strongest media brands of all time with such a unique cultural legacy, I'm amazed they don't have more to offer. I want to see the style tips, the cocktail recipes, read interesting stories, or listen to cool interviews. But I suppose 2024 is a difficult time to start a new online community for men. Here's the irony. There are two main types of subscriptions that men pay for online today: adult content and self-improvement courses. There are over 190 million active users of OnlyFans, and I'm sure you've noticed how all of your favorite YouTubers and content creators have some kind of paid online course or community group. And while Playboy has never existed purely as an educational resource, Neither was it ever pure pornography. And I'm wondering if there is space for a community online that's not just based around adult content, but it's not just pure red pill self-improvement either. I'm not a member of any paid online groups and I don't pay for any online courses. That's because I've never come across a space that appeals to me, and I'm curious if you gentlemen feel the same. When we pay for something online that has no obvious material value, we expect some kind of transient value instead. This could be an educational element, for example, showing you how to dress better, showing you how to speak better, or it could be of purely entertainment value, which is what OnlyFans and Netflix are. Nobody signs up for OnlyFans trying to extract some kind of value out of it. It's purely for pleasure. But at the moment, I don't see any communities online that combine both education and entertainment. And I don't see any communities that showcase the lifestyle that I aspire to. So while the ideas of the original Playboy are not there in this new online community, I know they are not diminished in the minds of young men. I'm talking about an aspirational lifestyle for the young gentleman who is both modern and traditional at the same time. And that's something I try to represent here on YouTube. You know I am loving the community we have built here, and I do want to take things a step further. If I had the money, I would open my own nightclub right here in Chicago, just like Hugh Hefner did 64 years ago. But the world is more connected online now, and I think there are a lot of advantages to that. This channel has subscribers all over the world, and I want to bring them together. So my idea is to have some kind of young gentleman's club that exists online. A place where you can meet like-minded men and share your journeys in becoming young gentlemen. I would want to have both online and in-person events. And I wouldn't want it to be strictly knowledge-based either. It's got to be about fun. We can talk about dating and women and cocktails and restaurants and all of the pleasurable things in life. So consider this me reaching out to you. What could I create that would be of value to you, other than just YouTube videos? If I were to create a community beyond this channel, what would you want to see there? Would you be looking for educational value, or would it be more about entertainment? Do you want to see more lifestyle content from me, or would it be more about joining a community of like-minded men? Maybe you'd like to see dedicated courses on style, speaking and etiquette with a step-by-step guide so you know you are growing and improving. Maybe you'd want me to bring in experts to the group that can teach you valuable skills. Or maybe it's more about the community. You know, sharing photos of your outfits, talking about your dating experiences, and being connected with men who see the world through the same eyes. You see, I have big ambitions for the brand of Gent Z, and I want to bring you along for the ride. Especially when I see people like Hamza with 100,000 members in his group. I think to myself, if there are young guys out there gravitating toward that lifestyle and that community, there must be guys out there like me and like you who want to be part of something different. So let me know in the comments if that is you and what kind of online community you would want to join. Right now, my focus is still 100% on the YouTube channel and growing this with daily uploads and interacting with you in the comments. But it is in the back of my mind that one day I want to do something a little bigger and better. And even though there are tons of online communities out there, if none of them appeal to me, then I'm sure there are plenty of you guys that feel the same way. So I'm really looking forward to reading your responses to this video in the comments. I honestly have no idea what you guys are going to tell me, which makes it only more exciting for me to find out. So thank you for watching, and I will speak to you right there.